Hi class, welcome to Math 121 Intermediate Algebra. I just wanted to introduce you to the course and give you kind of a brief overview. I feel like based on past experience, I've taught this course many times, some of the biggest issues can just be the very first few days of the class, getting used to the system, figuring out where everything is, how everything works. And once that gets figured out, it's usually smooth sailing and students really like the system. So if you have just logged in and you feel a little perplexed, a little lost, don't panic. Once you get the hang of things, it usually goes really well. Okay, so my hope is that this can kind of alleviate some of that, and by the end of this video, the general structure of the course will make sense. So you should be looking at something similar to me once you've got logged into the class. Looking at this right here, you'll see the calendar. You just want to kind of go through some of the main features of the course. One of which here is the announcements. So I haven't posted any in there right now, but you should start seeing those. If you click on this, it'll kind of open or close it. Right now there aren't any in there, but you may be seeing some once you have logged in. And so click on that each and every week and it will open up and show you the most recent announcement at the top. I promise I won't bore you with these announcements. I will put interesting, relevant information in there that will be helpful for the class, some of which will be supplemental videos. There's a lot of great videos throughout the course, lecture videos associated with all the sections and the different problems that you're going to be doing. But I like to post just some additional ones in there, maybe by different individuals, so that you get a little variety in there. And so just take a look at those. But maybe even more importantly, since there's already a lot of videos in the course, I will be posting announcements related to important details of the class. To the main ones being the midterm and the final. Both midterm and final do need to be proctored. That is a departmental requirement. That's not just me. That is something that is required. There's no way around that. And there's a few options for that. One of which is going to be taking them in person at Phoenix College. And so I'll be sending out a link, posting a link there in the announcements, emailing it, etc. So you want to take a look at that and sign up for a daytime to take it as soon as possible, because these times do fill up. And especially if you want to get a time slot that works well for you. The other option is going to be to take it at home using one of there's some online systems where you can kind of do virtual proctoring. So I'll send out more information about that. I don't want to go too in depth on it, but basically it kind of uses the webcam on your computer to proctor you. And there's a small fee usually for it, but it is another option if getting to the campus just isn't possible. I mean, sometimes I have students who are out of state, who are just not able to make it to campus based on their schedule and such. So at least you have some variety there, and we'll talk more about that as the course goes on. All right, now as far as what do you need to do for the first week, and I'm a big fan of using the calendar here. That's why I keep it right at the top there, so when you log in, you see it. There is more, so don't, every once in a while, I think because I focus so much on the calendar, I've had students in the past that never really scroll down and realize, and there's more down here, which we'll talk about shortly. But a good place to kind of start your day inside the course is the calendar, because you can really clearly see, I like to structure things here where on Sundays, that's when our assignments are due. At least you have the consistency. There's a lot of research related to that is better for students, and it's better for me too, I think, to just always have a consistent week after week to know when assignments are due, and it's not like they're scattered throughout the week. And so I keep all the assignments due on Sundays. Once you click on a day, you can see below what is actually due. So there's introduction form, really easy points there, extremely easy. That's just for us to get to know one another. You'll go in there, you'll post, have it be like a paragraph. You don't have to share anything you don't want to share, but just imagine we were meeting in person. What would you say? What are your favorite hobbies, interests, restaurants? Why are you in school? What's your major? What's your future career plans? All of that fun stuff. If you want to respond to other students to get to know them as well, that's fine. But the only requirement is just to have one introduction post in that forum. And that's going to be our only discussion before the class that's graded. Beyond that, there are 3 assignments that you want to do: this homework assignment, a review assignment, and a quiz. Okay, so you want to do those right there, and you can see that they are due on that day, being the okay. And if this is a future semester and it's a slightly different day, don't panic, but just make sure to look at the calendar. A lot of times I'll use the same video for a few semesters since it is the same content, just slightly different days. So September 1st, this one right here, again, if that's this semester, if it's a different day, don't panic. But looking right here, we can see, lecture assignment. So those are really easy points. You basically watch the lecture, which will be relevant to this homework assignment, and then kind of move through these here. Nothing too crazy, right? Basically, you have kind of 3 different sections that we'll be doing in week 2, and then in the following week we have again lecture, homework, and that week you have a quiz. And so you can kind of see, even just looking at the calendar, what is going to be due. Okay. The only assignments that will deviate from being due on Sundays are going to be the midterm and the final exam. So you can see here the midterm due date is by that Thursday. We'll talk more about that and signups for it as the course goes on. And then you'll see the final exam must be completed by that Wednesday, the 11th of December. But that's a ways from now. We're just starting the course, so don't panic now about the midterm and final. Okay. But again, pretty nice structure here. I think that's pretty clear cut. You go through week after week. Due dates are on Sunday. For the most part, it's just kind of those homework assignments that will be either the lecture, watch the video, do the homework assignment, and then you have the quizzes thrown in there, then midterm and final eventually. Other aspects of the course, as you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the syllabus. Click on that, it will open it up. Here's the textbook. And this is the math help form. I'll pop into this occasionally. If you have any really important, timely questions, make sure to email me at ryan.cornell, that's ryan.cornell @phoenixcollege.edu, or use the messages feature here. I really recommend the messages because it keeps everything in the system. That way, if there's any questions, you can sometimes like send the question directly from the homework assignment. It'll send me what you're having trouble with. I can look at it. I can give you the best help possible. It's nice to just kind of keep everything concisely within the system there. But that or email is a good way to go. If you have questions that are more general or you want to interact with your fellow students, that can be a great place for the math help forum. Sometimes students just have a generic questions about square roots or factoring or something along those lines, and they just, your fellow students can come in, you can help one another. That can be a really nice place for it, especially just to kind of interact with the other students in the class. But like I said, if it's a really timely question, make sure to email or message me directly. Also, as you scroll down, this is another way to access what is going to be due that week. You'll see additional information. Like I said, sometimes we get so focused on the calendar, and I'm guilty of this too, but students sometimes forget that there's additional ways to access the same assignments. And these are the same assignments here. It's just two ways to get at that assignment. It's kind of like going to a destination. You can take two different routes to get there. You'll see here the quiz on review topics. If we go up here, you'll see right there, quiz on review topics. Okay, so there are two different ways you get to the same exact assignment. Also, as you scroll down, say chapter 5, it's kind of nice at the very top here. There's the textbook. It goes right to chapter 5, broken down by 5.1. There's the reading for 5.1, lecture assignment. I'll just click on this to just kind of show you what it looks like. And you'll see right here, here's some information related to that. You'll watch it. Key terms, these are really quality videos. After you've watched the video, you click that you have completed it, and then there are some questions that go along with that. Okay. Additionally, if you see the homework assignment, one thing that's really important to remember related to the homework assignments is that you do actually get multiple attempts. And then after you've done the multiple attempts, you can hit a similar exercise button and you can get more attempts again. So keep working on these homework assignments until you get 100%. It really just comes down to putting the time into it. It's not one of those high stakes situations where you get one attempt. If you miss it, too bad. You can keep doing it again and again and again. But I do want it looks like after 3 attempts that you got it wrong, but you can hit that similar exercise button and they'll actually give you 3 more attempts, and you can do it 3 more times, again and again and again and again. You could do that infinitely. You can do it 1,000 times. If you get it correct on your 1,001st attempt, it counts the same as the person who got it right their first attempt. Okay. Now that's not true of the quiz. The quizzes are different, but with the homework assignments, really go for that 100% on all of them. Okay. All right. Continuing to scroll down there, like I said, you will see information on each of the weeks. The midterm, both midterm and final exam have reviews that you'll be able to access as well. So there's a midterm review questions. The actual midterm is right there. Like I said, that's going to be proctored. So we'll talk more about that at a later date. All right, I think that's the main things I wanted to go over. Make sure for this week to get that introduction post in ASAP, and then finish these other assignments that are due on Sunday. All right, yeah, looking forward to getting to know everyone. Looking forward to a great course, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.